Hello everyone, my name is Adam Featherston. I'm here to tell you some more information about the band program that we have here at Station Camp Middle School. Just a few things, and you can always find more information below from our frequently asked questions, or anytime feel free to email me at adam.featherston@sumnerschools.org and be happy to answer any questions you have. I'd like to start out just by saying that there is no audition requirement or any prior experience needed to be in the band here at Station Camp Middle. Sumner County Schools starts our band programs in the 6th grade. And I know at Jack Anderson and especially at Station Camp Elementary, the two primary elementary schools that feed into, we've had great music programs with both Miss McCoy, Miss Andrews, and we take those things that you learn and we build on those to create a full band with a wide variety of instruments, and we'll get more into more of that later here in this video. The one thing that is required is that you would need an instrument. But don't worry about it if you don't have one. You don't need one right at the very beginning. In fact, we choose what instruments, we help you pick out what instruments you're going to play in the first month or so of school once you have registered for the class. And we help you with that process. We let you try the instruments out, work with you to help you find the best match that fits for you. So no experience needed. And as far as getting an instrument, we partner with a music store called Amro Music, and you can find all their information at www.amromusic.com. It's a music store that started in Memphis, Tennessee. They've expanded all across the mid-state and also into Kentucky and in Mississippi. So a wide range, and they have a representative that comes by every week. But they can help you. You can find some different things about pricing. They have a program that is a rent-to-own program that gets a good quality beginner instrument into the hands so they can jump in and start succeeding right away. And then there's other options kind of later on that you can do. Everything, that all the money that you do goes towards a potential purchase. And one of the good things about that instrument, maybe we find out that one of the instruments isn't for you and you're going to choose to go another path and do another one. Well, all you can do with that company is you just trade the instrument in for the new one with no new cost or anything like that. So, and if there's other instruments that you may have, just let me know and I can be happy to help you and be sure that that is going to be a good fit. As far as the class, this is a class, so it's one of the two related arts periods, and we meet every day as part of your class schedule, and we'll put on 4 concerts a year, one in October and December, and then in March and also in May. And we don't have anything after school other than probably maybe one practice before that concert, either the day of, the day before. Sometimes we don't need them because we're able to fully get together during the class day. So in the 6th grade, we usually don't have anything after school other than the concerts and maybe one practice. But students, can you do sports and everything else? Absolutely, because as I just said, it is a class, so it's during the school day where sports are after school. So we have many students that do that and also take course as their other related art during the day. So how do you register? There is a Google form you can fill out to do that, or you can email me if you need any assistance doing that process to Audition for Band. And I mentioned earlier that I help you pick out the instrument that you're going to do. And here are some of the instruments that you have. I'm going to demonstrate a few of them. And even at the end, we'll have a small performance that shows how they all fit together. But the first one I have, and I'm going to hold this up. You probably have guessed by now. Go ahead and guess what it is. If you guessed recorder, that's correct. Most of you have probably played on the recorder at any different time. Probably. And then you did that in your music class. And the reason why I have the recorder, it's not a band instrument, but just going to demonstrate of what, and you'll be able to see how we build off the things that you learned with your elementary music classes. And here on the recorder is the school's fight song, the tiger, the bison rag. So that is the school's fight song, the bison rag. Other instruments that we can do that you'll start off on. Several others you may have heard of. We would start them in the second semester after you've been playing on one of these that I'm about to demonstrate. This one right here, so hold it up. If you guessed flute, you are correct. One thing that's interesting about the flute, and here's what we can build off of, is you have the recorder. And then the flute, if you hold it up like this, the fingerings, so if you remember recorder fingerings, flute fingerings are going to be the same. Very, very similar. It's played this way, and with the vibrations, I'm going to blow across the hole. And so a little bit of the same song. So the same thing with our bison rag. And then, so there would be the flute. We'll move on into the clarinet. So it, again, has the fingering system. Same thing as recorder. So this is another option that you can choose to play. A little bit of what the clarinet sounds like. Sometimes we could play even a little bit of harmony within the same song, and you'll hear how all these instruments will come together. So a little bit of the clarinet. This is, in the flute and the clarinet are what we call woodwind instruments. Flute, we saw blow across the hole. Clarinet, vibrations are made by this piece of wood called a reed. Another instrument that we'll start, and I don't have one, but a saxophone. It's very similar to the clarinet, in fact, than the fact that it has a reed that goes along with it. The next instrument I've have right here. This is a member of the brass family. And if you said trumpet, you're exactly right. So this is the trumpet. A little bit of what the trumpet sounds like. And being a brass, the sound is made by the mouthpiece simply by putting your lips together and letting them vibrate. It creates that sound. Then we'll get something like this. So that is the trumpet. And the next one, and you might be able to guess, I'm sure you can guess, this is the trombone. It's got the slide. And if you can guess what's a little bit on the picture of the wall behind me, it's actually one of the first pictures of the first models of the trombone, which is the instrument that I play. And I started off by playing. And a little bit of how the trombone sounds like in a demonstration here. I'm going to play a little bit of a song for you. You might recognize it. So you probably heard a little, that was from the Cantina Band from the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. The other instrument that we have is percussion. Notice I didn't say drums, it's percussion. If you've ever taken piano lessons, and when this is one instrument that we do have a little bit of a test for just because of the nature of it, but percussion involves things like snare drum, bass drum, and there are rhythm of the band. So it's different things that you would need to do is I would give a little bit of a test and see if you can play with a steady beat, like a metronome that you might hear. And I would play a rhythm, you would play it back to me, just to kind of be sure that we really need to have those with good rhythm in our percussion section. So there's a couple of drumsticks we really need to test with good rhythm. And the other thing, and we wouldn't start on things like snare drum with used drumsticks. We actually start on a mallet instrument called bells. So they're played with different types of mallets that percussionists would need to do that would be able to play. And if you've taken piano lessons, that is a big thing. And if you've taken piano lessons, then you would be able to play percussion. So we have the keyboard over here. And so the mallets would strike instead of where a piano where you press a key, but you would take these mallets and strike the keyboard. I don't have any here right now to show you. But again, and those are the instruments that we have, and there will be a short little performance at the conclusion of this video that you can hear how all the instruments sound together when I played a little bit of the fight song, hearing all the parts, how they all come together, because we would need a good team. So love to have you here. All of you are absolutely invited and more than welcome to be a part of the band. It's a great thing. Have a lot of fun, and we look forward to seeing you. So anytime you have any questions, again, adam.featherston@sumnerschools.org. It's great to see you, and welcome to Station Camp Middle. Go Bison.